and the government has formed a strategic disaster management authority to deal with all disasters that Kenya may face in the future. Secretary to the Cabinet Francis Kimemia took to his Twitter page to announce a special unit to handle national disasters. It will be benchmarked with the best in the world. Kimemia further revealed that the permanent unit will be headed by Joseph Ole Tito. The team will be charged with dealing with disasters as well as mapping out potential disasters. This special unit that will also report on preventive measures for the country to undertake will be fully equipped with the modern equipment and commanders. Joseph Ole Tito is the immediate former Nyanza police boss. Right, and of course we are sticking to matters of governors. Governors have been in the news lately for all the wrong reasons. And today, the battle continues. Governors have opened a new battlefront with the national government just a day after the gazettement of a transfer of functions to the counties. The governors are demanding for the control of grain stores, the mandate to maintain roads in their counties, the power to decide which areas get electricity, as well as the management of forest and water towers. Now, the chairman of the Council of Governors, Isaac Ruto, says governors will appeal to the Senate over the functions. We're now joined by way of phone by senior reporter Rita Tinina, who is at Go House, the venue of that particular press briefing. And Rita, what do we know so far coming from this particular complaint from the governors?
Well, the governors are saying the government is reluctant to give them control of various functions. The chairman of the Governors Council, Isaac Ruto, saying that most of the time they have been meeting with the government and agreeing to certain things, but the government has been going against those agreements. And now they are demanding for several things, just as you mentioned, after the gazettement of the transfer of functions to the counties. They want the control of the grain stores. They say they do not want the strategic grain reserves, but they want the grain stores that were or are under the control of the National Cereals and Produce Board. They also want to be able to maintain roads in the counties. They say they have budgeted for the maintenance of roads, and according to them, they say there are only two types of roads classified in the country, and that is the trunk roads and county roads. And so they want to be able to maintain those roads in the counties. They say they have no problem with the contracts that are on right now. They will wait for those contracts to be executed, but moving forward, they want to be able to maintain roads in the counties. They are also talking about electrification and saying that the functions that have been gazetted do not give governors even the power to decide, for instance, what school or what hospital gets electricity. And that they say should be a function of the county government. They say they are on the ground and they know better which areas should get electrification. On the matter of roads, as I have mentioned earlier, they are saying all roads that were previously under the care of Kura and Kera now should be under the county government. There's also the issue of water towers and forests. They say the Kenya Forest Service has no business taking care of the forests and water towers. They want to take control of that as well. There are also issues that they say they are okay with. They say in terms of health, what has been gazetted, they are fine with that. The issue of payroll, they say they had agreed with the government that in the next 6 months, county governments should put in place measures to ensure that they can take control of the payroll, and they say they are fine with that. So those complaints coming from the governors, remember yesterday, the governors met at the Intergovernmental Budget and Economic Council, and they came under attack from the control of budget for the fact that the control of budget agrees with them, saying that they have many counties have surplus budgets, others have deficits, others are including in their budget items that should not be there. The governors in their defense yesterday saying that they've not done this before and they need guidance. So 3 committees were formed, but today at today's press conference that is just concluding at this moment, Isaac Ruto, the chairman of the Governors Council, did not make any reference to yesterday. This was just about the transfer of functions. And of course now they are saying they are only looking to the Senate. The Senate can have the final word. They say each governor in their county will appeal to the senators to have the government agree to transfer the other functions that they want. Bonnie.
All right. right, Rita, quite a plate full from the governors there, and of course we'll be getting more analysis about exactly what they're demanding coming actually a day after they had another meeting with the budget control team in regard to the budgeting of the county governments. As promised, KTN will bring you a proper analysis of that particular battle between governors and the central government.